Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do an update on my project pan of products that I have on a shopping blog, or products that I didn't know if I wanted to get rid of them, if I wanted to keep them, what I wanted to do with them. So I have the list right here. I told you guys that this project pan wasn't going to be the type of project pan that I would show progress. I would just update you guys and show you the new box that I have. If I kept some of the stuff, if I removed them all, you will see that in the video. So if you want to see the second episode of products that I have in a project pan that are on a shopping blog from my collection, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have here 32 items on the first list that I did, and 18 of them are gone. So more than half of them are either gone or decluttered, and I'm gonna go through each one of them. So I'm gonna give you a brief review of each product and if I declutter it or finish it. So the first one is the Vanish Hourglass sample packet. So I had 3 colors of the Vanish foundation from Hourglass, and I like that foundation a lot. I just know it in my heart of hearts, that foundation will not work on this climate. Cream foundations are sort of the best type of foundation that there is. The way they feel and melt in the skin, the way they make you look like they're part of you, it's like no other texture of a foundation, and the Vanish one looks beautiful. I used it a few days. I just find it that it wasn't as long lasting on me, but I know it's because of the weather. The NARS All Day Luminous Foundation, I sold that. That foundation, it's out of my collection. It just didn't match me, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of using it. If I could sell every foundation that I own just to get shades that actually match me, I would in a heartbeat. Then the e.l.f. powder, you probably already saw that on my project progress update, or maybe my project pan, because some products were overlapping from one project pan to this one. So that one I finished, and I wouldn't recommend that powder. It's just not expensive looking at all, and a powder doesn't have to be expensive to be expensive looking, and that powder is just, it's cheap looking. The way it applies into the skin, I mean, it's not even the packaging, it's not even that it's tiny, but it's affordable. It's just not something that I love putting on my face. The Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist foundation is another one that I had on the box, and I finished it. That foundation took a while for me to finish because I was just mixing it up with other foundations that I wanted to finish that didn't match me, and that one matched me quite well. I wouldn't repurchase it right now because I found that it's not as long lasting as I wanted it to be, and I truly need something that will last me all day because I'm not a person that retouches her makeup. Also has to do with the weather. It has to do with the fact that the foundation is luminous and it has sort of a dew to it, and my skin, it's combination, and I get oily on my T-zone. So that foundation will look beautiful everywhere on the face except for my nose, but the way it looked on my nose, it was just disgusting and extremely greasy. So it's not something that I would repurchase right now, but I know that in the future, since I love it so much, that's the second bottle that I've gone through, I will repurchase. The Dior Skin Concealer is also overlapping from my project pan, or it was an overlap for a project progress. I truly can't remember because I have all these projects going on. But that Dior Skin Concealer, it was a good one. I wouldn't repurchase because I still prefer my NARS one, and if I have to choose between my NARS one and my Too Faced one, I would buy the Too Faced because it has a better value to it. It comes with a lot of product and it's a few dollars cheaper than the NARS one. So the Dior Skin Concealer, I enjoyed it while I had it, but I wouldn't repurchase it, not because it's not a good concealer, but because it's not the NARS one or the Too Faced one. And I felt that the coverage wasn't as high as I wanted it to be, so it didn't compete with my two favorites. The Kevyn Aucoin Pocket Luminous Primer was ruined. I opened it, I wanted to use it, and it was expired. It was oils on one side and a nasty cream on the other, so I had to throw it away. I have here the Caudalie Vinosource Moisturizer. I'm not even gonna put on the screen at the end the amount of money that I finished on this project because a lot of these products I showed on my empties video. You will see there a lot of the products and a review of them as well. The Caudalie Vinosource Moisturizer, it's a love of mine. I always get it when I have the chance and buy it with points, but I think it's too pricey for me, and I think that for that reason I wouldn't purchase it. Maybe when I finish all of my moisturizers, I will think about it because I truly enjoy using it. It's moisturizing, but it's also lightweight and it feels really soft on the skin and nice. I love the product and I always purchase it when I can purchase it with points, but I don't know if I would go and purchase the full size with my own money. The Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer, that one I also finished. It's just that I don't need two hydrating primers at once. I already have my Becca Purple Primer. That one is also hydrating. And I also think that if I use a good moisturizer, I can apply any primer that I'm gonna apply and it will work fine. Or I can even sort of replace it with the Backlight Priming Filter from Becca as well. That's a luminous primer because luminosity brings moisture to the skin. Even though the First Day Beauty one was good, I have a ton of products that I have to go through, but I would recommend it. It's lightweight. It's sort of a 2 steps in one. You can use it as a moisturizer and as a primer at the same time. First Day Beauty works wonders with sensitive skin. So if you have sensitive skin, that may be the product for you. But I know I will not repurchase. Maybe if I could get it again as a sample, I would use it up. The Makeup Forever HD Powder Sample, that one is just a small one. You will see on my empties as well that I finished. I hate that powder. I wouldn't recommend it. It's flashback in a packet. I just don't think it's worth the money. And I've had it before and I've actually gotten it, the loose version in the full size. It took me forever to finish it and I hated it every step of the way. The IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. So that one I found the replacement for it inside of my collection. And after this replacement dies, I don't have any corrector in the same presentation. It's a good one. That was sort of a mistake in my collection. My aunt gave it to me, the little sample size, and I started to use it as a corrector because it wasn't my shade. It was the shade tan, and it corrects under eye circles like nothing else. It's truly wonderful, and that little sucker lasted for ages. So I can't even imagine in how many years I will finish the Lancome one that I'm using to replace that one with. Then I have here written down the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Primer. That one I actually finished. That was years old in my collection, but it has a ton of product. And I have other primers that I want to finish before purchasing any eye primer. And I have to say, when I finish all the ones that I have, if I don't get any samples, because most of the ones that I have are samples, I will think about purchasing just a cheap eye primer because I don't find them to be that incredible that I need to go and purchase one per se. I enjoy them the same and they perform the same on my clients, and I truly prefer the method of using your concealer as your eye base. The two Tarte liners, the blue one and the gold one, are done. And that used to be one of my favorite formulas of eyeliner. The consistency of them changes a bit. And I prefer the Inglot formula. Even though it dries up, they have a product like the Duraline that you can mix with it and make it even better than new. And the Tarte liners are not the same way. And I just know now that I will never buy a colorful liner unless it's a nude, a black, or a brown. I don't want any of them because it takes forever for me to finish one up. And if I have one, I should just have one pop of color. But I shouldn't have a lot of them. But it's just not a formula that I adore. I'm not that into colorful liners. The Brow Precisely by Benefit, the small one that I had, I finished it. And now I have two of them. One was sent to me from Benefit Colombia, and the other one I purchased when I was in Spain, and I love it. I think it's a little bit more pricey than the Brow is from Anastasia, and it's a little bit more buttery and soft than that one, but they perform beautifully, both of them, the Anastasia one and the Benefit one, and I'm happy that I have two of the Benefit ones right now. Then the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow in the shades 4, 6, and 8. You will see on my empties. I think Beautylish sucked when it came to those samples. They gave too little product. And this, like I said on a past video, it's the first time that I feel disappointed by Beautylish at something because they are always so good when it comes to customer service, when it comes to the shipping arrangements, when it comes to the way they pack their stuff to send it to you. It's all very thoughtful. But the way that they sent the samples, the presentation was flawless, but the amount that I had on each sample was so bad. And I wanted to try the foundation long enough to see which shade I wanted in my collection and which shade was perfect for me, and also to be able to try the formula for a little bit to see if I wanted to buy the full size before my no buy year was over. But now I'm just gonna wait it out, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, don't be cheap with your samples if you're giving foundation, because you at least need to try it for about 4 days before you decide if you want to purchase it. That's my thoughts, at least. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Dolce liquid lipstick, that was a staple in my bridal makeup because I used to use that on a lot of brides. I do pink brides and peachy brides. Those are my favorite. Whenever I did the peachy bride, I would put Dolce on their lips and mix it with a gloss and make it softer. But that's a perfect shade. I would definitely repurchase. I just need to go through a ton of lipsticks from my makeup artistry kit, and then I will have that as a staple because it's a really nice one. And another one that I have here written down is the Urban Decay lip gloss, and that's a small sample size, and I love the scent, but that color, it wasn't my thing. It's a psychedelic color. It was just clear with purple and blue speckles. That's just not my thing. That's not something that realistically I would put on my lips every day. The rest of the products, I'm gonna say that I removed them from my box because on my next episode that I put up for the chopping block items, I will show you, because if not, this video is gonna be like 10 hours long and I don't want that. So that's it for this video, you guys. Just put a little box as an emoji in the comments below to let me know that you watched the entire video. Let me know what products you have been finishing, selling, just getting rid of, decluttering, whatever you do with your products. Just let me know in the comments below which products you love the most of the ones that I showed. Just don't forget to subscribe before you go, hit the notification bell, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.